Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched The Mandalorian Chapter 4, Sanctuary. Spoilers away if you don't want to, if you haven't seen this episode yet and don't want to find out what happens, then stop listening and go watch it. So here's the very brief summary from IMDb. The Mandalorian teams up with an ex-soldier to protect a village from raiders. So the Mandalorian finds a kind of a backwater planet to settle down for a bit, hide out, keep off the charts, off the grid, and keep the baby Yoda safe. But he first thinks, oh no, this. Well, he runs into an ex-soldier, Cara Dune, played by Gina Carano. And I she looks really familiar. She's from Deadpool, the first movie. I forget the character's name. Let's see, what's the character's name? Angel Dust. So yeah, it was really awesome to see her in here. Because she's there, is like there can only be one person hiding out here. So he goes to leave, except there's some farmers who approach him in the middle of the night as he's prepping the ship to leave. And they're like, yeah, we want to hire you to save us from the stuff that's going on. No. But wait, where are you located? They're like, go out in the middle of nowhere. So this is another... Okay, I'm going to keep bringing this up every single time because, like, they have spaceships that can fly and land anywhere. They don't need a runway, all that kind of thing. It's like, oh, there's something. If something's in the middle of nowhere, you can get to it. You have a spaceship. Like, it's not really in the middle of nowhere. You can just fly to where it is if you know where it is. So, I guess not knowing where it is part of the thing. But anyway, he changes his mind, and one of those farmers is Eugene Cordero. What's his last name? Cordero, who I mostly know from I can't even remember Tacoma FD. A really, really funny show. He's in all kinds of other stuff. He's a really funny guy. And then his friend Asif Ali is the actor. So their character names are Stoke and Cabin, and they're from this village trying to recruit help from the Mandalorian. And so he goes along with it, but to go back to the village to help him with that, saving them from the oppressors over there. He goes and grabs Cara Dune. So they all take care of business together. And it's a really cool like Seven Samurais type of side quest thing. I really liked it. I felt like we learned a lot more about the Mandalorian culture, why he wears the helmet and all that kind of thing. And because this woman at the village, played by Julia Jones, her name is Omera, and her daughter Winta, played by Isla Ferris. I just have you can tell I have the IMDb page pulled up for this episode. I'm just gonna name everybody who's in it. But she's like, asked him all these questions about the helmet, and like when you taking it off and all that. It's like, well, I took it off yesterday. Which is like in front of other people. When I was a kid, back when I started this whole ordeal. So it's cool to learn all of that. They identify from like footprints and stuff that there's an ATST that is part of this band of oppressors. I forget exactly what they're called, this threat, but they devise a plan. They teach the villagers to fight, give them access to all the weapons and everything that he has in all those trunks. And so the plan doesn't quite go as they had hoped. They blow up one of the things, one of their tents at their encampment, and they had these big vats of, I guess they were like acid or something, because Cara dumped one of them into the like face first into one, but it might have been more of like a giving somebody a swirly type of thing, or it's like drowning him in there. But I think I remember it being kind of a sizzle, like it was like burning him up or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with those tanks. That could be a really important thing. And should I have known what those tanks are already? I have to look at some of the discussions online. I feel like it. I don't know. Maybe they're like they're processing fuel or something like that. But anyway, they get out of there. They blow up the thing, but then these red eyes come out of the darkness, and it's the window ports of the ATST. Now, I was wondering, like, is it being piloted by a person, or those guys, those whatever that alien race is called, or is it being operated by droids? Like it felt like the way it was behaving and stuff that it was operated by a droid or something, but then I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's smarter. Whatever's operating it, whatever it is, it's smarter than they anticipated, and it stopped just short of their trap that they set up in. There's they have these pools of they're the farms, and it's like pools of water, like you would have for like a rice paddy. Or I think you might also do that for, I don't know. I don't know anything about farming, especially that kind of farming. I that's the closest thing that I can think of that I could to compare it to. But it does not fall for the trap. So Cara Dune has to go for plan B and get right up close to it, borrowing the Mandalorian's what is it, pulse rifle? The thing that just vaporizes people, which is just so cool. But man, we never see that happen in any of the movies. I don't think we've seen that weapon used in any of the movies with people just turned to dust. It's so awesome and also terrifying. Like, if you have that point at you, you're done for. But she shoots right into the window port, which is the straw that breaks the ATST's back. It fumbles forward into that hole, goes down, and Mando jumps over there, puts the charge on it, blows up. All of that, great action sequence there, and everything's cool. They've eliminated the threat the next morning. They're like, this is great. Or I guess it's like a couple weeks go by, and like, everything's going great, except I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna leave the kid. But there is a bounty hunter just up the way, and it has Baby Yoda in his sights, and is just as about to fire, and a shot goes off, and Cara Dune has killed the bounty hunter, and Mandalorian runs over there. They see that they had a tracker, and like, well, they know where Baby Yoda is. We got to get. It's not safe here. He's gonna leave him there at the village with all the little kids that absolutely love him. Of course, they all absolutely love the little kids, the Baby Yoda. And that shot, it goes off right after he almost took off his helmet. He almost did, or rather, the widowed lady almost did take it off, but he says, nope, I don't belong here. And then the whole thing. So yeah, that was so much stuff. I felt like a whole lot of stuff happened in this episode, and a whole lot was learned from this episode, and it just gave me that like really great samurai story type of feel. It's so good. It's still it's it's like all the best samurai story stuff. With the Lone Wolf and Cub, of course, I talked about before, and this one really felt like a Seven Samurai, with the farmers just wanting their help to get to fight back against the Empire's forces. It's all of that. It's great. It's great. And now what happens next? I don't know. No idea where it goes from here, but I'm excited to see what happens. And then I was reading the IMDb page and it was talking about Bryce Dallas Howard. I was like, wait, she wasn't in this episode. She directed the episode. I should have remembered that because I looked at the list of the directors of all the episodes back when the first episode came out. And there's a huge paragraph about in the trivia section talking about her kids were there on set and that she had to keep them from talking to their friends about the baby. So she just refers to as baby in there. So I think I started just calling it baby as well. So yeah. I can't wait for the next episode. And luckily, because I took so long to watch this one, I'll have to wait a couple of days now. Yeah, that was kind of okay. This is the Mandalorian explains that if he ever takes off his helmet in front of another person, he may never put it on again. Then he takes it off to eat while sitting at an open window where children are playing outside. Anyone could just walk by and see his face during his meal. That possibly true, but this is my theory. I think he has like a ski mask on underneath there anyway. So they still couldn't see his face. Because we weren't shown that, so we don't know for sure that his whole face was out there for everyone to see. We don't know how many layers of helmet and masks there are, so there you have it. That's my thinking on it. So they had some type of like ski mask, or like a lucha mask, a skin tight cloth covering. So his mouth was exposed because you can't always get into private to be able to eat a meal. I would think there's got to be some precautions there. You don't go decades without somebody seeing your face, without more than just the helmet. Yeah. So that's my theory. Okay, so that's it. Let me know what you thought about episode 4 or chapter 4 of The Mandalorian Sanctuary, which was it was a very brief sanctuary. By tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe out there in all the infinite multiverses, and I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye.